In this episode, we're going to give you the history of motorcycle land speed records from the very first one ever recorded to the most recent one as of September 2022. In 1903, Glenn Curtis rode a 1000cc V-twin at Yonkers in New York, reaching a speed of 64 miles per hour, earning him a place in history as the first unofficial land speed record holder. The record was short-lived, however, as on 27th of July 1905, Henry Sizak reached a speed of 87 miles per hour on a 1489cc Peugeot V-twin at the Speed Trials in Blackpool, England. The whole bike weighed only 50 kilos and it had zero brakes. Then, on the 24th of January 1907, Glenn Curtis responded. On Ormond Beach in Florida, he rode a brand new V8 motorcycle and got it over 136 miles per hour, over doubling his previous record. This unofficial record stood for over 20 years. The first official land speed record was broken on the 14th of April 1920 on Daytona Beach in Florida. Gene Walker rode a 994cc Indian V-twin and got it over 103 miles per hour. 3 years later, on the 6th of November, Claude Temple rode a 996cc Anzani V-twin over 108 miles per hour at the Brooklands racetrack in Surrey, England. The following year, Bert Levac smashed the record by over 10 miles per hour in Arpajon, France, on a Brough Superior 867cc Jap V-twin. 2 years later, Claude Temple responds to losing his record, and in Arpajon, France, he rode his OEC Temple V-twin to over 121 miles per hour. Again, in Arpajon, France, motorcycle racer Owen M. Baldwin rode a Zenith Jap V-twin over 124 miles per hour on the 25th of August 1928. This wasn't his only big achievement though. It was also a World War I flying ace. Exactly 1 year later, on the 25th of August 1929, Bert Levac returned to Arpajon, France to once again break the world record. He got over 129 miles per hour on a 995cc Brough Superior V-twin. Then, on the same year, a new challenger arose. Ernst Jakob Henn on a BMW WR 750. He got over 134 miles per hour in Ingolstadt, Germany. This was the first record to use a supercharger, and it changed the game for all motorcycle land speed records.
It's just keep the legs stretched, really.
Back to Arpajon, France. On the 31st of August 1930, Joseph S. Wright rode his OEC Temple Jap V-twin to over 137 miles per hour. This was the first official record to beat Glenn Curtis's record back in 1907. Then, almost a month later, Ernst Jakob Henn came back on his supercharged BMW WR 750, only just managing to scrape a new world record at just under 138 miles per hour in Ingolstadt, Germany. The record didn't last long though, as on the 6th of November 1930, Joseph S. Wright came back in Cork, Ireland with a Zenith Jap V-twin, smashing the record at over 150 miles per hour. It took over 2 years, but Ernst Jakob Henn finally responded, this time in Tat, Hungary, on the 2nd of November 1932, on a BMW 750, he broke the record by just 1 mile per hour, taking the record once again. With no one to compete against him, Ernst Jakob Henn decided to break his own record, so he took his BMW 750 to 153 miles per hour this time in Gien, Hungary on October 30th, 1934. With no one to stop him, the following year, on the 27th of September, Ernst Jakob Henn went to the A3 Autobahn in Germany on his 750cc supercharged BMW, and this time managed to reach 159 miles per hour. The next year, on the 12th of October, Ernst Jakob Henn returned to the A3 Autobahn in Germany, this time on a BMW Type 255. This was an impressive achievement because although the bike was supercharged, it was only 493cc, and he managed to hit 169 miles per hour, breaking his previous record by 10 miles per hour. On the 19th of April 1937, Erich Fernihow rode a supercharged 995cc Brough Superior Jap V-twin, just over 169 miles per hour, minutely beating Ernst's record. Fernihow attempted another record the following year, which sadly ended up taking his life. The record was broken again that year, this time by Piero Taruffi on the 21st of October, riding a 4-cylinder 492cc supercharged Gilero Rondine on the Autostrada A4 in Italy. He rode over 170 miles per hour. 6 months later, he also broke the 1 hour record, averaging over 121 miles per hour. Ernst Jakob Henn came back on the scene on his 493cc BMW, now streamlined. On the 28th of November, he hit over 173 miles per hour. This was the last land speed record broken before World War II started in 1939. The record held for over 14 years. Well, that's it for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll get you up to date on the latest land speed records. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Then, on the 24th of January 1907, Glenn Campbell came back.
Glenn Campbell?
Campbell?
What's it? Glenn Campbell.
Then, on the 24th of January 1907, Glenn Curtis responded.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Then, on the 24th of January 1907, Glenn Curtis responded.
He's just thinking Glenn Campbell. We're not getting this one.
Then, on the 24th of January 1907, Glenn Curtis responded. On Ormond Beach in Florida, he rode a new V8 motorcycle.
Sorry.
Then, on the 24th of January 1907, Joseph S. Wright rode his OEC Temple Jap V-twin to over 137 miles per hour. This was the first official record to beat Glenn Campbell's
I'm not Glenn Campbell.